Relax, my viewers. Welcome to Super True Tarot and Sage Advice. Something's on my mind. Something is on my mind this morning. Are you out there that are watching ready for me to express it? Good morning, everyone. It's early in the morning, as you can see. I'm in my room. See the window there. It's early morning. And of course, I have a message for you. I have a message for me. I have a message for... Try not to yawn. It's early in the morning. I have a message for all of us here. What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be doing? You're not doing what you're supposed to do, my people, my viewers. There's something that you are supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. Why not? And what's keeping you from doing it? Fear, people, obligations. I see a huge blockage. Oh, Jolene, I'm trying to yawn. It's like 6 in the morning, something like that. You can see the dawn breaking in through my window there. You see the dawn slowly breaking in. What are you supposed to be doing? Some of you have a dream to go after. You're not doing it. Why not? Some of you can tell where I'm at, where I live. It's warm. Well, it's cool. It's getting colder, so you see the fan, my little heater over there. Just giving the room a little bit of warmth and a beautiful orange glow. I love the orange glow of that fan. It actually rotates, oscillates, I guess that's what it's called. Beautiful, bright orange light. I love that. Sacral chakra. Reproductive system. The sacral chakra is actually the reproductive system where sacred things are birthed out of. Correct? Precious things are birthed out of. The sacral chakra is the reproductive system, the sexual organs, of course. Some of you may hear my stomach growling. It's early in the morning. This is where things are birthed out of. Important things, dreams, ideas, creations, the Empress energy. The Empress is an energy that is not to be taken lightly. Starts off with a little seed, just like a pregnant woman. Starts off with a little seed. Just a little seed. So small that you could barely see it. That little tiny, tiny, tiny seed will fertilize Okay, it'll look for soil and it'll burrow down in that soil, right? And fertilize itself and be nurtured and grow. How is that seed supposed to grow without attention, nurturing, protection? How is it supposed to grow? Some of you are not watering your seed. First of all, you're not allowing the seed to burrow into the soil of your life. You're just not letting it. And you're not, you know, some of you are just you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be living this really big dream. That sounds like it's utterly impossible. But it wasn't. It's just impossible to everybody else. It was never impossible to you. It wasn't. The Empress is here. And I see an orange light, like the one on my fan over there, my heater. I see an orange light glowing around her stomach. I see an orange light glowing around her stomach. That's her sacral chakra being stimulated, right? In order to sow a seed, there has to be an arousal, correct? Just like in human nature, right? You have to feel good, there has to be an arousal, then the seed is planted. Same analogy. And then it has to be nurtured, fed, watered in order to grow. This is huge. For some of you, this is huge. Isn't that right, Mr. Kitty's laying here next to me. He lays here next to me here. He sleeps right here. Yeah. Oh, makes a little sound there. Mr. Kitty lays there. Likes to come curl up next to me. Anyway, there's a seed that needs to be sown and nurtured and fed and protected, just like a pregnancy. That's why I'm seeing the sacral chakra become stimulated, just like in birth, just like in humanity. Same analogy, same principles. Are you willing to protect your seed? Are you willing to protect that thing? Are you willing to protect that dream? Do you understand that this thing that you're dreaming of is real? It isn't fake. You didn't just drum it up out of your head. Do you understand that it's real? This came out of your subconscious, which came from the universe, the galaxies. They all did what they do and went around and aligned and did their thing. All that energy is real. All that powerful energy that stirs within the universe, the galaxies, that culminates together, sends you down, you know, ideas and inspiration and all kind of wonderful things that other people can't fathom for you. Some of you, you can't fathom it for yourself. Oh no, 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 I could never be that. Really? How come other people are, oh, I could never be a singer. I could never be an artist. Oh no, I could never be Picasso. I could never be Michelangelo. I could never be, you know. Some of you, it's as simple as Bob Ross. you know, what if Bob Ross said that? What if Picasso said, "Oh no, I could never. No, my God, are you kidding? These ideas that are in my head, this information that's flowing. What if what if Picasso said, "Oh no, God, no. Oh goodness gracious, I could never do that. That's just crazy." What if Picasso said that? That's crazy. I could never do that. Oh no, that's what if Michelangelo literally said, "Oh, that's just a dream, let me just let that go." That's a dream. I better let that go. That's not reality. That's just me dreaming up some crazy thing, I'm painting I can't remember what he painted. Why do I want to say the Sistine Chapel? I don't know what I'm saying in the middle of the night. Anyway, the Vatican or something, right? Something like that, right? Where he painted that ceiling, where you saw him paint that whole ceiling, or I believe it was Michelangelo, where he either painted it or those designs or those pictures are all come from him. I believe it was Michelangelo. Anyway, can you ever imagine that came out of someone's head? That came out of their head. That came from their thoughts. That was birthed out of an Ace of Wands. It was birthed out of an idea. That's the magician at work. I have another video on this channel. It's titled Try Again with Synergy. Some of you need to look at that and you need to try again. Don't miss this. You are here to do amazing things. If you look back, I'll fluff pillow here. If you could look back on all of the greats from years ago and all of the beautiful things that they created out of an idea. Everything that you're looking at in your life came from one idea. Cars, houses, everything. That was an idea. That was a creation. That was innovation. How can it come about lest you not think it first? Lest it is not born out of your ideas that have been planted into your head, your intuition, your gifts, your talents. Why are you ignoring them? Some of you are living day to day, mediocre lives. Think about all of the tarot readers that you watch. Some of you on a day to day basis. Think of the tarot readers, such as myself. What if they never picked up a deck of cards? Think about it, some of you. What if they never picked up a deck of cards? What if they. Look, day's breaking even more. You guys see that? Day's coming through. See it's peeking up over my window there a little bit. Day's breaking through a little more. Yeah, pointing up towards that. It's the dawn. Don't you just love the dawn? Don't you love the dawn? When the morning just starts coming, when it just starts rising, when daylight starts breaking in very lightly, where it's not quite daylight yet, but it's the dawn rising up, slowly emerging from the night. Isn't that beautiful when the dawn breaks through? It's not daylight yet. It's not fully daytime. I love that hour. I think it's probably one of my favorite times of the day. So you're supposed to be doing something. You've been given a gift, you've been given a talent, and it is amazing. What if the singers that you love never decided to sing? What if the stars that you like to watch dance and sing, what if they never took a step? What if they doubted themselves the whole time? Do you know that when some of your favorite singers started, they were kicked out. They were rejected. The first couple tries, they were rejected. The artist formerly known as Prince, when he first started, I believe it was a record producer, somebody that he went through said, "You serious? Your music is crap. Nobody's gonna listen to this goofiness." And you look at the way he dresses. This is ridiculous. What if he believed him? Instead, he chose to believe in himself. Wild, crazy things that can happen to you when you believe in yourself. When you take hold of your dream and you take a step forward, the amazing things the universe can do with it. Imagine you that are out there. If you have your own channel, if you have your own business, if you have your own talent and your creations, what if you never did it? What about when I started my first channel, Super to Reader Tarot, or Super to Reader, my first channel? What if I started it and I never put any of those videos out there? What if I never did it because family and friends didn't agree with it? People around didn't agree with it. My ex that I talked to doesn't agree with it. There are people that do not agree with it. And I said, what if I never did it? What about all the answers that people have gotten? The messages? What about all the personal readings I've done to date? 1,500? Something like that. 1,500. 1,500. You wouldn't believe. Can you believe I've done 1,500 readings? I've done readings for people all across the world. I've done readings for people across the entire world. Across the entire world. Many people said, that's the message I needed. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. That is the message that I needed. You have greatly helped me through some circumstances. Do you know how that makes me feel? Do you know how much I appreciate that? But what would have happened at the time, my viewers? I was distracted. I had somebody that I was involved with. And um, I kept hearing, let them go and start your channel, but I wouldn't do it. So I ended up releasing that. Well, that relationship ended up breaking down on its own because that person wanted to move away and they wanted me to move with them. And I said, no. They asked me to move away with them. But, excuse me, something about it didn't seem right. I didn't trust it. I dated this person for about 2 years. It's crazy about him. And then something said, no, no, it's not right. Don't go. And I said, I have to let you go. You just go ahead and go. I can't go. So they decided to leave. And ever since they left, they went on their journey and I stayed on mine. What if I left with them? What if I ignored my intuition and I left with them? And I would have never started my channels. I would have never sent message or allowed myself to be the vessel of messages that have helped my viewers. What if I did that? What if I did that? Ignored my intuition, ignored the gut, solar plexus chakra. What if I ignored that beautiful orange light that stirred within me, the sacral chakra, where something that was stirring in me and stirring in me and stirring in me, that was wanted to get birthed out, that wanted to be birthed out. What if I ignored it? What if I said, no, what I want doesn't matter. I mean, not so much what I want doesn't matter, but what I'm feeling. Let me just put aside my hopes and dreams, and let me put that aside, and let me just go with this person because I don't want to lose them. I want to be with them. What if I did that? You can't help your people. I couldn't help my people. Right. Now, now the two channels are there, and many of you that watch, that still watch, you get messages, you get information, you get what you need. You gotta do it, my viewers. Oh, look at that. Day's really breaking through now, isn't it? It's getting brighter since we've since we've been talking, my people. Since we've been talking this morning, it's getting brighter. It's a lot brighter than it was a few minutes ago. Many of you that watch this video, if you go back and look at it, it started off a lot darker. So there's something you need to be doing. Don't think that it's impossible. It's not. We have people on the earth who are multi talented singers, dancers, poets. We have artists. We have people, innovators. We have people that create beautiful things, cars and homes and all these beautiful, immaculate homes that you see. And what would have happened if your favorite singer never sang? What would have happened if some of the people out there that you see never stepped forward? Alicia Keys, she said, I think was when she first started in music, she was told the same thing. Sorry, we're not gonna sign you. This. What is this? This young girl with this sort of jazzy edge to her music. What is that? Like they didn't. She wasn't signed the first time. I think the first couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. Like people say, the main story that people tell, Michael Jordan, when he was into when he was playing basketball, where he was cut from I think the team for not being good enough or something like that, and just all of the examples. You could go years back and look at people who were rejected and denied. You can look back on your life and see the people who have had to step forth in the midst of adversity and still do the thing that they felt they needed to do against all odds. They yet decided to believe in the impossible, and yet they achieved. Well, if they can do it, if all these talented, wonderful artists that you go on YouTube and listen to their music, if they can do it, what makes you think you can't? You got something in you that needs to be brought out, and the world needs to hear it. Just like all of us YouTubers and all of us, tarot readers and everyone else out there, channeled messengers, all the intuitives and all you empaths, you understand you have a message. Some of you need to get this message out in the form of music. Some of you have products. Some of you are designers. You're going to design things we yet still have not seen. It's in your head. It's in there. It's in there. It's waiting for you to recognize it or for you to start on it. Some of you, you have people around you that doubt you. They think you are absolutely ridiculous. They think your idea is silly. They think it doesn't make any sense. They think you are being naive, and they think you are being, they think your head's in the clouds. They think you're being, dreamy, and you're not being practical. But yet you are being practical. Listen, my viewers, dreams are at this moment, what I'm feeling is to tell you is, are you guys listening, my people out there this early morning? Please listen. The impractical is practical right now. I'm going to repeat that. The impractical is practical. You're going to, in 2022, in June of 2022, many of you, you need to look up the number 222. I don't know if there is a number 6222. If there is a number 6222, please look it up. Research it. Otherwise, look up the number 2222. Many of you, you are about to come up against some serious opposition when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your talents, when it comes to your aspirations, when it comes to your goals. You're about to come up against some serious opposition. You're about to come up against some people that are about to tell you, have a seat. Get a job. You're about to come up against some people that are about to tell you, listen, we're in the midst of a pandemic. There's too much going on. The environment is volatile. You're about to come up against some people that are about to shoot your dream down. And you're going to hear it from people that are the closest to you. You're going to hear it from family. You're going to hear it from friends. You're going to hear it from husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends. Some of you, your best friend is not going to align with you on this. And yet, do I say, some of you, your children are going to tell you no, or they're going to be naysayers, or they're going to doubt it, or they're going to go against it. Not so much go against it, but they're going to disagree with it and shake their head and go, oh, no, mommy. Oh, no, mommy, I don't think so. Dad, really? You're going to believe it. Because you feel you need their backing, their approval in order to make this thing happen. No, you don't. You don't. You need the universe. You need your ideas. You need God. You will be sent those that will support you in your dream. I will repeat, you that are tarot readers who have channels, you understand that you probably started this channel. You guys hear my stomach. Some of you may or may not hear my stomach growling. Some of you, you understand that you started your channel in secret. Most of you start that channel, nobody even knew you started. Right? Started it in private. You didn't tell anyone. You started it privately. You started it privately. You didn't tell a soul. You put yourself out there and you began to do your videos. And you didn't tell people. Why? Because you didn't want anyone to know. Because you knew they weren't going to agree with it. There's the day. It's finally breaking through, hasn't it, this morning? You all that are watching, you've been with me since dawn. Since the early dawn. If you look back on this video once again, you'll see the dawn rising. You'll see it go from dusk up until the dawn. You've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got aspirations, and you better believe that they are real. Don't you dare for 1 second ignore them. Don't stuff them down. There we go. Focus camera. Don't ignore them. Don't stuff them down. Don't let me bring that in. There we go. The camera's just acting crazy there. Don't let anyone tell you that what you're doing makes no sense. It's not going to come to fruition. That it's, a foolish, childish dream. It's a wild dream. That you're being the fool card. You're acting like the fool in the fool card. You have no idea how this thing's going to turn out, whether you're going to be successful or not. What if you're going to be wildly successful? Some of you are the next whatever. Fill in the blank. You are the next big singer, big star, big artist, big actor, big creator. Some of you are going to really make waves with what you're about to do. Some of you have a makeup palette you're putting out. I see all the makeup gurus and the makeup artists online. I see that. You're about to go beyond them. I'm just letting you know. And you'll miss it if you doubt yourself. It is the impossible dream that is possible. Please listen. The impractical right now, and this energy that I'm feeling, this season that we're in, um, the impractical is practical. And the impossible is a must. Are you getting that? I said, the impractical is the practical. The impractical is what is practical. Being practical, that's impractical. trying to be normal, stable, and trying to do the practical, no, that's impractical for you. It's practical for everybody else who's afraid to live their dreams and to take a chance. Why? Because they don't have the vision that you do, the inspiration that you do, the drive that you do. They don't have that. It was put in you because the universe, it was put in you and constantly continues to stir in you because the universe knows you got the gumption to do something about it. While they watch you succeed, while they watch you align, while they watch you flourish and grow, while they watch your dream come to fruition and have nothing to say about it. But, wow. Hmm. Don't be surprised if you get envy because I didn't say admiration. I said envy. Some of you, because some people are afraid to take chances and step out on their dream. They're going to envy you for doing it, giving up everything. Some of you are going to give up everything. My next, my stomach's growling. It's time for pancakes and eggs. So some of you, you're going to give up everything. You're going to take a chance. Some of you are going to release everything. Some of you need to move. I'm getting two things here too. Some of you need to move in silence. Others of you do not need to move in silence. Others of you, you literally don't have to move in silence. You don't have to. You can let people know what you're going to do and still do it. You don't have to move in silence. You're going to know who you are. It's like 50-50. Literally, it's almost like split down the middle. You don't have to move completely in silence. Some of you, you just need to get up and do it. To listen, I got to do this thing. I'm going to have to let this go. Some of you got to cut your hours back on your job. You're going to have to sacrifice things. You're going to cut back on spending because your dream requires finances. It requires um, resources. It needs to be, um, you need to invest in it. It needs to be sustained. You need to invest in it. And it needs your attention. It needs money. It needs time. It needs resources. But those around you, they are not going to believe in you. They're going to tell you you're not being practical. Look around right now. The times are volatile. This is crazy. We're going through all of these changes and we're all constantly looking at media, constantly looking at politics, constantly looking at the circumstance and looking at everyone else around us who are in fear, so they're hunkering down, stockpiling, get ready. All those things, which a lot of that really may be true. And a lot of it is based in reality, right? But for a lot of you, you need to take a step forward. This is the time for you to get rid of a lot of the things that are weighing you down and holding you down. Some of you need to go through your house and get rid of half that stuff. It's been sitting there. It represents stagnancy. I'm talking 50%, not any less, not really much more. 50% of what you got needs to go. It's holding you back. It's holding you down. Your dream has been waiting on you long enough. This is not cliche. Right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and for many of you, this pandemic has opened the door to all kinds of things. If you go online, you'll see content creators who are actually flourishing in this time. You know why? Because they understood this is a chance to take right now, and I've got to get rid of some things, and I got to take a step in the midst of this chaos. You got to get rid of half your stuff. Half of it isn't doing anything but sitting there. It's old energy, it's old people, old situations, old bills, old things. Some of you need to get a shredder and look at the things you don't need and just shred half that stuff. Take a whole day and just shred it. Shred it, put it in a big bag, throw it out. You need to go through the closet and pull out that stuff that you don't need, get rid of it. Those items, I just moved I moved in June into the apartment I'm in now. And when I was moving, I got rid of 50% of my stuff. I gave about 3 or 4 bags of clothes, I think, to the Goodwill. 2 whole bags of clothes I threw out that just weren't good enough to keep. Several shoes got rid of, papers got rid of. I couldn't believe the stuff that I had just, I was harboring and it was just sitting there. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, wow. So I really downsized into a really small place. The place I'm in now is like 550 square foot. It's real tiny. And I got rid of so much and it was a weight lifted like, and I'm about to do it again. I'm going to actually, I feel like I'm about to actually move again, believe it or not. And then 50% of that gone. I'm going to downgrade, get rid of half of the things I don't need because I'm really going to kind of empty the place out to where there's not a lot in there. And my inspiration, the room is like it's going to be open and flowing. The energy can really flow because I'm kind of feeling a weird like stagnancy again. And I'm ready to release that again. And many of you, it's time for you to release things. Don't let the situations that you see around you, don't let the people around you, don't let the environment, don't let any of that stop you. It is time for you to go. You need to move forward in this dream, this idea, this concept. Some of you, it's a concept that is so crazy. It's a concept that's crazy. It's unimaginable. Or is it? You've got to do this thing. It is your time to step forward. No, you're not going to get a lot of support in the beginning. Yes, you're going to come up with a lot of opposition. In June of 2022, many of you are going to come back to this video and you're going to see that you're stepping out onto a dream. Some of you are literally going to get your things, get rid of everything, put everything into a car that you could carry, put it into the trunk and into the back seat, pack up, gas up the car, and go across the desert. Where I feel like many of you are about to do that. And you're about to start your life over. And you're about to get yourself a tiny little, tiny, tiny place where it's just you and you alone. Where you can focus. You gotta get away from everybody. It sounds crazy. Oh, I can't leave my family and my friends and my mother, father, and my kid. I can't leave them. I can't leave them. That's understandable. It's hard because you're uprooting a life. But some of you, you got to go. You have got to go where you can go away, shut. I don't care if you have to go to a hotel for the night. You got to go away and shut the door and lock it. Turn off the phone for about an hour and meditate. Sit there and you got to meditate and connect with spirit. Let spirit get to you and download, 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 download. You already have a spark. You have a seed, a mustard seed, little tiny seed. You have a spark. It needs to be implanted into soil. You need to implant it into the soil of your conscious. You need to let that thing grow. You need to let that idea flourish. You won't believe how your ideas will flourish when you're away from those that don't believe. If you even think of the Bible, Jesus said he said it's hard to work miracles in the presence of those that don't believe. Your disbelief is why the miracle won't work. It's your unbelief. Oh, woe to you unbelievers. Even the Bible says that. You must believe, right? Your lack of faith. He had to come out amongst from those unbelievers. Go away and leave. He even went to the mountains and fasted for 40 days. Was it 40 days and 40 nights? I might be wrong about that. I don't know. But I know he went away. You have to go away. You got to get away from those that don't believe. You got to get by yourself. When Jesus went to go die on the cross, his mother, Mary, begged him not to do it. She cried, no, no, you can't do that. I got a job to do. I had to go, Mom. I have to do this. Anybody that watches, anybody that watched the movie of the life of Jesus Christ, just watch how Mary wept at the feet of Jesus when he was on the cross. Any of you that study the Catholic religion, you know that practice the Catholic religion, you know that Mary wept. When he got on the cross, she fell at the feet of that cross and cried. Why? Because he had to go. She didn't want him to do it. But those tears did not stop him from doing what he had to do. He said, I got a destiny. I can't stay. I know it's going to hurt. I gotta go. And some of you out there, your spiritual journey is calling you. You must go. It is time for the hermit in you to arise and get moving, move forward. Don't stay stagnant, because staying where you are with who you're with, it is stagnancy. There are people that love you and care about you. They don't want you to go. But it's going to block you from your destiny. I'm going to tell you this. This is for all ages. Some of you have got some beautiful gowns you're going to be creating. Sarongs and that. All kind of beautiful gowns and things you're going to be creating. It's like you're going to be creating beachwear, summer wear, all kind of beautiful things. I'm seeing it. But you can't do it where you are because you're in a cold climate. You got to go. You got to get rid of half that stuff. You got to get rid of half that stuff, get in that car, move across the country, go to a warm climate, get yourself a little tiny place, an efficiency, one bedroom, whatever, a flat, whatever you want to call it. I love you. I'll call you when I get there. See ya. And then get in there, throw whatever you got in the corner of the room and get the sewing, get the stepping, start moving. Your dream is waiting on you. And if you don't do it and it starts to dissipate and starts to go away, and then you can't remember the pattern and you can't remember how you were supposed to do it, that's because you didn't act on it. So it starts to go away, right? You've heard, you snooze, you lose. You got to go. You got to go. I know people aren't going to like it, but you got to leave. You got to start. You got to get on your feet. Your dream is waiting on you. Right now, the impractical is the practical. It is impractical for you to continue in the practicality that you're in. It's not going to work. You're going to start being, the anxiousness is going to start stirring in you and getting too strong, and you're not going to be able to stand your daily life. You're going to say, oh, I can't stand this anymore. I have to go. If you're on a job, you're like, I can't take this. You're going to be, take the headset off of customer service and throw it down and say, I can't take another call. Can't take it. Take that leap of faith. Take the money that you have, go across the country, get a one bedroom, get yourself a new job down there, and start over, because that dream is about to flourish and grow. You've got a whole crop of people that are almost hidden for you, like a remnant. They're like hidden somewhere within the city that you're going to, that understand what you understand and do what you do and know what you know. And what's going to happen is you're going to meet that crowd of people and you are going to grow together. You're going to come together, and there's going to be a culmination of ideas, and the business that you want, it's going to grow within that group of people. That's going to be your support system. They believe what you believe. They understand what you understand. Their talent similar to yours, and that's going to grow over there, not here, not where you are. That's not where the dream is. I'm sorry for you, for those of you that have to make this transition. But if you don't do it, your dream is going to die right there where you are. It's going to die right there with you. One of the most talented places in the world is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams went to die, along with the people who were afraid to step out on faith, step out on their intuition and their ideas, and make a new life. They were scared. So all the dreams just went to the grave and died with them. I've got bills to pay, I got rent to pay, I got this, I got that, I got that, I got this. That's always going to be the case. But some of you got to break out of that life. The impractical is the practical right now. Practicality isn't practicality. Practicality. Look around you. The pandemic has caused jobs, businesses to close, jobs to be lost, resources to be lost. Are you paying attention? The practical is no longer the practical, is it? There is no security now. There's security within the insecurity, because you can take a chance to get to go because there isn't much to hold you back anymore because many of you have already lost a lot. Some of you have had your job snatched from under your feet, resources snatched from up under your feet, your home or your place where you live snatched from up under your feet. Now's the time to go. That shows you there is no stability. That's an illusion. The impractical is the practical at this time. It is impractical for you to be practical. Your dream is waiting on you, and it is going to require you to do the impossible. The possible has already been done. You have got to do the impossible. It is within you, it is waiting on you. You are the next whatever, fill in the blank. I'm your host, Super T Reader. And this is Super T Reader Tarot and Sage Advice. And I hope you enjoyed this message this morning. Mr. Kitty's enjoying looking out at the new breaking of the dawn. The morning has come, basically. So thank you for staying with me from night all the way until morning. I appreciate you being here. I hope you got something out of this message. I did for myself, and I am actually going to act on it. In the meantime, I do want to wish you peace and tell you to relax, my viewers. I'm Super Reader. This is Super Reader Tarot and Sage Advice. I hope to see you again. Good morning.